And welcome back to the quarterfinals of the Trainer School League here. I am your host Naolis, and with me here is a special guest host, KarateManJohnson. How you doing today?
Doing great, doing great. Just got out of a battle myself. Not going to spoil how it went, but let's just say it was a spicy one.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be fun. They should have seen this by now, but like yeah, that match was pretty spicy. That Gyarados coming through hot. Uh, today
Good
though,
one.
uh, today though we have our quarterfinals match versus the AmbiBob-oms and the Sinister Quills. A match we've seen before that was very close, just a little bit of misplaying on one side, maybe just like a more offensive button that could have been clicked. Very close match. Excited to see how it happens today though.
Yeah, no, I think both of these competitors have always not only had like strong teams, but also very like interesting teams. Like I feel like they employ different strategies a lot of the time.
Yeah, and all the trades that have come through for the Sinister Quills too, making that team even more of a threat throughout the
Oh
season.
yeah. I mean,
Absolutely incredible. It's been super fun to watch it evolve.
for sure. Yeah, no, I mean, I traded him my he took my crocodile, and he's been making pretty good work of it. So
Yeah,
excited to
yeah.
see.
All right. Speaking of the Sinister Quills, let's look at their team right now. Terra captains this time around are the Crocodile and the Villain, and let's. I've been told that there is a bit of an agreement between the two of them going into this. I'm not sure what it's going to be, but seeing that these two are actually legitimate threats, like the Villain is V's best Pokemon, I think, next to the Dragonite, maybe. But like this Scovillain, every time it's come, has just done so much work.
No, in from for me, it's Pincurchin. Pincurchin, like in my match against V, Pincurchin did absolute like insane work against me with its ability to set up hazards and also just like setting up electric terrain and discharge does like a lot. Like this mon just like will status your whole team, put residual damage on things, and you know the Ambi-Bombs don't have a very strong ground type, not one that they want to bring. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? They don't have a Garchomp as it
No,
were.
they don't have a Garchomp. They don't have a Crocodile. They do have that Doug Trio, but that's more of a revenge killer rather than a Pokemon you want to send in to get some
Not
kills.
really, not really a pivot. But I am also excited to see this Florges. That thing is a special monster.
Yeah,
So
that thing did
hopefully
so much work against the Ambient. Not the
it's so much work against me. That thing's crazy.
Yes, that thing does a ton of work. It can be built super physically bulky. It can just fully load into that special defense, never die to a special move ever. And speaking on its scariness, I had to bring Mirror Coat for Sandy Shocks to be able to deal with it, and even then I was relatively concerned when it came out.
It's a strong one. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Well, excited to see what he'll bring.
But moving on, let's see the stone wall of a team here from the Ambi-Bob-oms.
Beefy
Let
boys.
Yes,
Yeah.
beefy boys. The Terra captains this week are the Passimian, for this match rather, not this week. The Passimian and the Basculin. Have we seen the Basculin show up in a
I don't think
match
we've
yet?
ever seen the Basculin. I'm going to be honest, it's pretty bad. But I am excited that it's coming. Adaptability is one hell of an ability. Maybe you can do some work.
Yeah,
The one that I think,
relatively fast adaptability. Wave crash is gonna hit most things really hard, especially
I
against
think
the fire type a plenty team.
Oh yeah, I also think it gets Aquajet if I'm not mistaken. I mean, I think we'll see what it can do. Passimian, of course, I think whether it's choice scarfed or banded, gets access to U-turn. That Mon's like a just a. I love that Mon, but
Gets
the Mon
knocked
that I
off
think
as
like
well, which is in pretty short supply this gen.
oh yeah, and I think one Mon that I want to draw attention to that I mean Matt has been bringing pretty consistently, and it's been doing a lot of interesting things every time it's brought is the Tatsugiri. I think we got like that thing's crazy.
I
It's with
think
its Draco Meteors and Hydro Pumps, it can like completely blow out any mon
just
that like doesn't have a good special investment, as well
yeah.
as having Storm Drain and Rapid Spin.
Oh yeah, and that rapid spin plus nasty plot can make it so it outspeeds so many different Pokemon and just throw a couple Draco meteors out, do a ton of damage, maybe get a couple kills off. That Hydro Pump, like you said, is also a huge threat. One thing I do want to say is that I'm hoping that we can see this Ice Cube come out. I know it's not the best into a lot of the special fire types here, but I just want to see it hit like just go for belly drum and hit a
Get a
liquidation and
belly
just
drum off.
kill
Yeah,
something.
just get a belly drum off. Yeah, it's a fun one. We'll see what they bring.
Now our competitors are already sitting in their match together, so let's go and check out what they brought to the table today. All right, we have on the AmbiBob-oms side the Doug Trio, a Basculin. Seen that Ice Cube we just talked about. This Tatsugiri, Rotom Heat, and the Passimian. And on the Sinister Quill side, we have Rotom Mo, Crocodile, Stantler, Florges, Pincurchin, and Scovillain. Now, I think I know what the agreement was now.
Not an OU Mon to be seen. It seems like they brought just their bottom six.
Yup, just that their lowest tier Pokemon really just having some fun here in the quarterfinals, and that if that's not what Pokemon's all about at the end of the day, then I don't know what is. But honestly, some of the Cyndaquil's biggest threats on this team, and we talked about this Florges, the Scovillain, the Crocodile, are still here. So
Yeah.
this might be an interesting match for the AmbiBob-oms to try and maneuver, given that some of his lower tier Pokemon, like you were saying, maybe not as strong as some of the lower tier Pokemons on the Sinister Quills.
Yeah, no, I definitely think the Sinister Quills lower tier Mons are far and away higher quality for sure than the AmbiBob-oms. You know, Basculin and Doug Trio and Ice Cube, I love them. Let's see what they get into.
Yeah. What are you thinking maybe for some leads here?
I'm thinking you just go hard Doug Trio and like hard Rotom. That's probably what might end up. I feel like both of those Mons can do things into one another.
I think there's an argument for Stantler, but there's a Rotom-Mo and there's the Tatsugiri.
Half right.
Half right, half right. Now this Rotom-Mo Leaf Storm, even neutral damage, is going to hit the Tatsugiri pretty hard. But we might just see a Volt Switch come out. It's been a pretty. Never mind, the Leaf Storm hits. But the Mirror Coat.
We've seen this Tatsugiri do that. We've seen it bring Focus Sash and Counter as well as, and now I think this is the first time it's brought Mirror Coat, and that's one less threat to deal with. One less electric type spamming. I think you're pretty happy about this with Matt. This gives you way more room to move around with your Basket Legion.
Not to mention the fact that just not to mention the fact that, like, you're right, this losing this electric and grass type from the Sinister Quills is such a huge loss for this matchup. Looking at this Doug Trio, Tatsugiri, Basculin setup, and the ability to pivot around something like this Ice Cube and stuff, it's just, oh my god, that was such a...
Crocodile, this is a bold... This guy, V is saying, all right, you got Mirror Coat, show me a water move.
I mean, this Crocodile probably faster than this Tatsugiri. Show me the Scarf on the Tatsugiri.
Oh, true.
But then again, he has to go for the Mirror Coat then, and I think we have to switch out then. Probably just Rotom Heat on the Earthquake here, though. Yeah. Move that this Crocodile, I've vocally said outside of commentary that it should be hitting more, but in this situation was unfortunately just the wrong move.
Also important to note, this is Moxie. This is not Intimidate.
That's true. You're right. Good point. Good point. Thing to point out. Goes to Thunderwave on the Florges.
Predicting the switch.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe he's Scarfed or Banded. We'll see. Maybe predicting. I mean, I don't know. If I'm Matt, I'm predicting that thing's Scarfed, and I'm clicking the electric move anyway because I know you're not staying in.
That's true. Yeah. Florges. Now, the weird thing that I don't think we've mentioned much about Florges is that it basically just doesn't have an ability, which is probably why it's like kind of lower on the tiers and like not seen as valuable. But it's, show me a Pokemon that wants to switch into this Moonblast aside from this Rotom Heat. Like this Florges kind of gets to hit press buttons right now.
Yeah, you can just click whatever you want here. I mean, maybe he brought Heal Bell or any sort of status healing moves. I don't know if Florges gets that. I know it can be. He's used it a lot as a Cleric Mon in the past.
Mm-hmm. Does it get honestly, aromatherapy this gen?
I don't know. I couldn't tell you. You know, Florges, if it's got a lot of special defense bulk, I mean, do you just click Moonblast here? I mean,
I think so. I don't. Maybe even Calm Mind.
Yeah, that Volt Switch doing 15%, not a lot.
No, that's showing that's pretty bulky, and maybe even showing that it's not a choice item on the Rotom Heat either.
Yep. Not a lot of Moons on Matt's team are going to take a Moonblast very well.
Sunny day. Oh my goodness.
There's a Mon on his team that maybe gets Chlorophyll.
Yeah, something I was thinking about is that without this Torkoal available to the Sinister Quills, this Chlorophyll this Chlorophyll Scovillain just kind of sitting in the back, like not as fast as it wants to be, and a lot of these Pokemon be able to outspeed it. Goes for the Hydro Pump, like that did nothing. That did literally nothing.
Like if you have a special Mon in front of Florges, it doesn't even care that it's paralyzed. It's gonna live and hit you back.
Oh yeah, and you can even, aside from this Dugtrio, and he could even throw in some physical bulk into this Florges to live a couple hits here coming up. This,
I mean, Matt's team is mostly physical. To be fair, like it's 4 out of 6 Mons are physical, but I mean now we're down to a pretty even 5-5. Matt, I'd say probably has a little bit of an advantage just with like Florges being paralyzed and at 67. But
this Passimian does have access to like Gunk Shot and Iron Head, correct?
I think so. Passimian, I'm just assuming, has literally every move in the world because this Mon, for some reason, gets U-turn, close combat, brick break, knock off.
It's got coverage to rival your Iron Valiant.
Oh my god, it's NU Iron Valiant, honestly.
What a glowing praise. And I'm not even being sarcastic there. That's some high praise.
I told Matt to pick this Mon because I'm like, you should, like, if you need an NU Mon that'll do you right, just put a scarf on it, you'll have a great time. And it's been doing a lot of work.
And here's this Basculin, but in the sun, what kind of damage can this Basculin do? It was one of the Terra Captains, if I'm not mistaken, correct?
Yes, it was.
So what?
Did we see Terra Fire?
Did we see Terra Fire, Terra Blast?
That'd be crazy.
In the sun.
Predicting the sun.
Do we switch into the Pincurchin.
Head
smash. Oh my god.
That did so much damage.
And we see Lightning Rod off of the Pincurchin.
That was a crit, to be fair, and then Recoil and Rocky Helmet brought it down to 33%. This thing is not feeling good.
Now, are we thinking that this Florges had a Heat Rock to make sure the sun lasts longer? And this might have been trying to sack off the Pincurchin to switch into this Scovillain for longer, for free, and be able to just get a ton of damage off on everything else coming in?
Maybe. I feel like I don't know. Honestly, given the gentleman's going on, they could be bringing anything.
I'm with you. I've kind of lost the plot on this as well.
If it's a Heat Rock, we'll find out in 2 turns.
Yeah. There's more.
Going for Head Smash instead of Aqua Jet. Maybe this is a choice, boy.
Oh, that's true. Now the Scovillain coming in. Only 1 turn of sun left potentially, unless this has the Heat Rock on the Florges.
Now, if this is Scarfed, I think the Basculegion still outspeeds if it's Scarfed. And Head Smash probably switching out.
Goes for the Giga Drain.
All right, so
did not have the Heat Rock.
I would guess that it's probably not Scarfed. That it's probably banned, which explains why it's hitting like an absolute truck despite being a Basculin.
Yeah.
clicking a non-stab move. I mean, it wasn't.
To be fair, Rockhead is pretty strong.
True, but you're not getting the advantage of adaptability with it, right? Isn't adaptability like low base power moves? Am I crazy?
It's no, that's Technician. Right? Adaptability is for any stab move.
Yeah. It makes your stab stronger.
It basically gives it a Terra boost. Yeah. I guess Terra gives it an adaptability boost, but either way.
Yeah.
Now, what do you switch in on this? I'm thinking maybe Overheat or Volt Switch.
Switch? If you're V? You might just predict the Volt Switch and just click a Leaf Storm or click a
Giga Drain again.
Giga Drain or I don't know if this has some sort of setup like Substitute or something.
It does get Substitute. I know that for a fact.
Yep, just hard switching an Ice Cube. Going into the Crocodile. This is not where the Crocodile wants to be.
No, maybe predicting that Volt Switch, trying to get an immunity, but hard switching out into the Ice Cube.
Yeah, unless this Crocodile randomly has a special move, this is not where he wants to be. Ice Face gonna literally just tank any physical move that
I think this
and probably one hit kill back with, or just get off a free belly drum. I think you just belly drum for free here.
Yeah, because when it loses the Ice Face, then it gains a lot of speed, and I believe it should outspeed at that point.
Yep, probably. I bet you Matt's already clicked belly drum and V's just figuring out
Struggling.
how
Get
what he
after
wants.
that, after the hard read there, I think V is just sitting. It's
That's
just sitting in existential dread of like, oh no, what do I do now?
yeah, that's actually really smart. Matt was baiting the volt switch, making V think that it was a volt switch, and then hard switching into Ice Cube, predicting that he would double, into Crocodile. Is actually very well done by him.
Now there's potential going for the Terra
Terra
Water
Water.
brick break.
Again,
Okay.
Ice Face doesn't care.
It goes for
Oh,
the
so-
substitute.
Not belly drum.
Not belly drum.
Interesting. I mean,
So-
again, he can still click belly drum.
And there's the belly drum. But this Terra Water gets the speed boost. This Terra Water might make it so that it can resist stuff just enough.
Oh, I don't know. I mean, if this thing isn't this thing this thing's not Terra Captain, is it?
Ice
No,
Cube?
Passimian
No.
Passimian is. Okay, so it's got 2 more attacking moves. I mean, we can see what it gets for coverage, but this thing, it's got a Salak Berry. It's gonna outspeed you.
I think we're seeing either Scarf or no, we see the Life Orb on the Crocodile. Duh, I've seen the damage. Just the fact that it hit the same move twice in a row.
This is the first time we've seen it actually hit a move. So I guess it wasn't banded. So I mean, okay, that's interesting. That he switched out from the.
And it does live. It does that Terra Water, showing that it's able to live that now. Oh my god, getting the Moxie boost, but only can live a couple more of its own Life Orb hits.
One more move, really. It's gonna go to 2%. I mean, you probably just go to Basculin and click Aqua Jet. Although maybe that doesn't kill, but I think the double stab.
Oh, that Aqua Jet will kill for sure.
Yeah, it probably kills Crocodile. Although Crocodile doesn't get Sucker, right? I think that's the problem. I mean, having had this mon on my team, I think the problem that I ran into it was that it just does not have any good coverage moves. I mean, it gets Earthquake, but it doesn't get Knockoff, doesn't get Priority and Sucker Punch.
What an excellent question. We can double check that actually. We have the technology. Because it sounds like a mon that would get Sucker Punch, but I don't know for sure if it does.
I feel like it would be good if it did. It doesn't get it. It doesn't get it.
No, okay, yeah. That's
Weirdly,
fair.
it gets Scale Shot. That's funny. I didn't know that.
Where are the scales on this man? He looks smooth as hell.
It's a crocodile. I mean, Crocodile's got scales.
But
yeah,
he
coming into the Basculin.
Switching into the Stantler.
Found it is Choice Band liquidation. Ooh. Minus drop hurts.
Now the Stantler is slow, and this liquidation will kill now thanks to that defense drop.
Yeah, maybe would have been able to do
but
something. But
Frisk instead of Intimidate.
Yeah, I wonder if is that intentional?
I don't know. I feel like Intimidate's so much better into this team, but maybe there's a reason. Maybe just to scout out items, figure out it, so you're not caught off guard by this potential. We weren't sure if this was Choice Scarf or Choice Band.
True.
And the liquidation does kill there.
It's gonna be a Basculin sweep.
What
here can switch into a liquidation from this thing right now?
That is an excellent question. I think your best bet would be just to switch in this Florgus, hope it lives a liquidation. That's not it. I
don't think this thing has the physical defenses to live as.
Actually,
ability.
Looking at the
No, this thing's physical defenses are ass. It's dead.
I was looking at the calc and it said it had a chance, but apparently not.
Yeah, calc it versus Choice Band.
No, it has a Choice Band on it.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Goes to the Terra Water on top of it all. I think this is just going to be a Basculin sweep.
Wow, it's a Basculin sweep. It's a Basculin sweep.
Never underestimate the fish.
Dude, the fish, Terra Watered, got in there, did its job.
Oh my goodness.
That's crazy.
Maybe underestimating this Basculin a bit. That the damage it can put out is.
I absolutely did. I mean, to be fair, it's not going up against top tier defensive mons, but I mean, it did. As soon as the water resists were gone, this thing came out to play and just went to town.
Oh yeah, the Terra Water 2 adaptability boost, 2.5 times damage on every single attack. Water attack. I would assume it stacks somewhat. I maybe not like as directly as I'm stating, but
yeah, that's terrifying. That's very scary.
It's-
And Matt posted his team.
yeah.
That Doug Trio set is hilarious.
Oh, you're right. That's right. You know what it is. What? Tell us. Give us a little bit of a spoiler.
Yeah. So the Doug Trio set was Lychee Berry, Sandforce, Max speed and attack. I believe Jolly, Reversal, Earthquake, Sucker Punch, and Endure.
Oh my god.
Anytime you have Endure and Reversal, you're just trolling.
I mean, it is the fastest mon in this entire fight, aside from Chlorophyll on Scovillain. So, like, I can see it doing a reverse sweep here, aside from that Florgus.
You're right. It is fast.
Mm-hmm. Alrighty.
It is fast.
Now we have our semifinals locked. It is going to be Matt Y versus Wire Dragon, and you, KarateManJohnson, versus me.
Okay.
That'll be it. It's going to be an interesting day tomorrow.
Oh, the match is tomorrow, yeah?
Yeah. It's going to be happening tomorrow.
Let's do it.
Alrighty. Well, until then, folks, have a good night.